Hey guys, today we're going to be making strawberry silicone molds. We're going to be using 100% silicone. You can purchase this at your local hardware store or your local Walmart. You'll also need a bucket of water as well as Dawn dish detergent. You can use several other detergents. The only two that I've used successfully so far are Dawn and Ajax. You will also need a silicone gun. You can find that in the same section that they sell the silicone. I also like to put wax paper down on the table. I've already done this. I use that because you'll want that for your molds to sit on. You will also need a mask. The mask is for the strong aroma or the smell of the silicone. You'll want to protect yourself. As you can see, I already have my silicone gun ready to go. And I've already filled my bucket 1/4 or 1/5 full of water. You don't need too much water. You will need a moderate amount of soap to start with, and you'll want to swish the soap around just so that you can get an adequate amount of bubbles. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and start squeezing in my silicone. One bottle of silicone will probably get you about 4 strawberry molds. I like my molds pretty thick so that I don't have to continue to put more silicone around them. So you may, if you don't want to use as much silicone, you may be able to get 5 or 6 out of one bottle, but 4 is it's good enough for me. Now what you see is me gathering the silicone in the bottom of the bucket. I'm going to roll it around and make a tight ball. About 90 seconds to a full 2 minutes has passed. Depending on how warm or how cool you'll have your water, again, the warmer the water, the slower it will take for your silicone to set, and you will be able to feel just how sticky it is in your hand. It also will be a little bit more translucent if it's stickier. Now I'm just going to push the strawberry into the silicone, and I'm just going to mold it around the strawberry, and I'm going to leave a pretty moderate opening at the top of the strawberry, so that way when you're removing the strawberry or removing your candle wax or whatever you're using to pour inside of the silicone mold, it will be easy to remove it. I also find that when you're using something that's a little bit more pointier, as far as the strawberries have a point on the end, sometimes you have to double mold them, meaning you'll have to add an extra layer on the bottom so that your strawberry does not fall through or sink through to the bottom of your silicone. And so that's what you're going to see me repeating with those last 2 strawberries. I'm going to squeeze out more silicone and just continue molding the strawberries. Okay, so now what you see me doing is grabbing all of the silicone at the bottom of the bucket, rolling it into a tight ball. In this portion, you'll see that I've grabbed the silicone just a little bit earlier than I'd like, so it's going to stick to my hand a little bit. However, I'm more one to like to grab my silicone when it's a little bit more translucent or a little bit stickier, because I find that the stickier it is, the more details you'll have in your mold. Now, sometimes it can be a little too sticky and hard to work with. I'm fine with this. This is just a little bit more annoying because you have to keep dipping your hand in the water just to get some of the silicone off. But once you dip your hand in the water, it allows for the outside to be less sticky and the inside to continue to be sticky so that you can get that nice mold that you're looking for. You can also see that I'm going to mold it a little bit while it's on the wax paper. And that's just so that when I go to pour my candle wax on the inside of that, my wax isn't dripping all over and pouring all out of my mold. You have plenty of time to continue to mold your silicone the way that you want. It stays pretty sticky for a while. As you can see, I'm dipping my hand in there and just using a little bit more soap to get the remainder of that silicone off of my hand so I can continue to mold the third strawberry. Okay, so now we're on to our third strawberry. You're just going to repeat the steps just like in the first two. Don't forget to continue to add soap as you need to. And since we've already made two strawberries, now is the perfect time to just add a little bit more soap. You can tell once it's not as the consistency that you're looking for. And as you can see, in each of these, I wait a good 90 seconds to maybe a full 2 minutes before I grab a hold of the mold, or the silicone rather, to make the mold. And this time, I have no idea why I inverted it this time, but I guess I just see if the silicone would naturally fall over the strawberry as I molded it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up. Right now, you're going to see, well, that's my baby girl walking through the video now. If you have never seen my videos on Diary of a Woman with 5 Damn Kids, yes, that is me as well. Anyways, you guys are going to see me speed this up just a little bit. I'm going to use the full thing of silicone because I'm going to make one mold that has all half pieces of strawberries. So it's pretty much the same concept. You're going to roll it up into a little ball, lay it out just like you would some dough, and then just kind of press down on the strawberries and mold them as you go. That's all I'm doing here. I think this mold fit about, I don't know, 6 or 7 strawberries, and it cost about $5 in material. I'm not sure how much that costs on the site, on any of the other sites, but I'm pretty sure that you could fit even more strawberries. Again, I like my molds to be thick because I use them a lot. Okay, so now you're just going to see me removing the strawberries from the mold. I actually waited about 8 hours to do this. You don't have to wait as long. I believe your mold should be ready in about 4 to 5 hours. To use your molds, it's going to take a couple of days. You do want to get all of the smell out before you start to actually pour candle wax or anything in them. Also, at the end of this video, you guys are going to see some of the other molds that I make as well as some of my pictures. Thank you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Oh, also share, share, share. Thanks again for hanging in there with me.